Now, PlayStation has some familiarity when it comes to portable gaming, whether it be the PSP era, the PlayStation Vita era, and more recently, like PlayStation Remote Play. Kind of taking a step further into the remote play aspect of things, we have now, as of the announcement of the PlayStation Showcase, a little device dubbed the Project Q Lite. I'm going to be real honest. I don't have a lot of positive things to say about the Q Lite because, all right, listen, here's what we know about it. It's a device dedicated to streaming games from your PlayStation 5 console. That's it. No price tag, no idea for battery life. Oh, I guess there was also, I'm not sure if it was like confirmed or not. I have to look back on it, but I believe it also supports DualSense technology as far as like haptic triggers and whatnot. A couple issues, right? And you know, a lot of it stems personally. This is all personal takes from me in the fact that I would personally want PlayStation to just release a handheld just like the PlayStation Portable, the PS Vita, just playing games natively. Now, you can probably guess at this point, and videos from the past, that I'm not completely sold with cloud gaming. I mean, granted, I do have this guy. Sure. Stuff like that. Stuff like this, it's great, you know, when the internet works. Cloud gaming is also great when you don't actually have enough storage space for a game and you can't bear to like lose any additional storage that you have like dedicated to like those large beefy games that you just gotta play consistently. You know, I literally spent like a portion of my Memorial Day like weekend at an Airbnb with crazy internet speeds, and I pretty much spend my pastime, like my free time there, either on my Switch or playing Game Pass. That's the problem right there, is the fact that, you know, PlayStation Remote Play, it already has like the biggest contender to compete with, that being Game Pass. When you get like Game Pass Ultimate, which is like pretty cheap, you have access to like cloud gaming within itself, meaning you don't need a console. Obviously, like the Switch kind of like beats out like those two as far as like, you know, portability and, you know, native play. Just in and of itself, it is just the handheld device. But now Xbox is like inadvertently creating its own like native like handheld through Windows 11. And PlayStation right now is just still dedicated to its like home console, which is totally fine. But if you're gonna jump into like remote play stuff, I mean, I guess you can do that. It's just, you know, there are other like options out there, and I just feel that like the Project Q Lite may not be like the greatest like approach to like getting people's interest in selling units on this thing. So a couple jabs at like the Project Q Lite, and you know, I thought that was all I was gonna do, but I actually had thought about it for a little bit. I have an idea, something that they could actually do with the Q Lite if they pair it up with your PlayStation 5 console. Regardless if this idea goes through or not, you still need the PlayStation 5. You need to buy one of them in order to make this work. Sure, have the remote play, but what if it acted a little bit more like the Wii U gamepad, in the sense that depending on the application you're using, it just gives you additional information like displayed on the 8-inch screen while you're viewing things on your already existing monitor. Let's take an example of like Ratchet and Clank, right? That's kind of like concurrent news right now. I think at the time of this recording, the PC version got announced for it. But let's say the developers were able to devise something with the Project Q Lite in that you could display like additional information, being like maybe a map or different abilities. Granted, I haven't really played the game, so I don't know if there's different abilities, but all right, let's look at like maybe Demon Souls, for example. There's different like weapons in the game, sure. Instead of like taking yourself away from the game by pausing, and granted, I don't think there's like a pause button in that one, so you're just kind of like out there bare naked while you're being obscured by like HUD stuff. But like, what if you could just take the menu stuff onto your 8-inch screen, and you can still see things like from your monitor, but like you could do some really quick like swaps here and there, maybe touch something real quick to equip this weapon here and there, and there, you know, this kind of stuff is probably familiar to, you know, member of the team of Tanuki, Phil. He could probably vouch to you and say that like there's some pretty cool innovations that they used the Wii U gamepad for when it came to like playing whichever first party title game, whether it be like Splatoon or even like HD remakes of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, where you were able to use that bottom screen to display information to equip stuff, and then you can still be in the game right there. It just has like a different way of like interacting with the game. And granted, of course, like if PlayStation did integrate this, it would just be obviously be copying off of like Nintendo's history, but like, listen, it was a neat idea then, it's a neat idea now. So go ahead and do it. Listen, you could add more information onto that bottom screen. If you can just devise or have devs just like work with that, it'd be kind of cool. If you just add a little bit more to the Project Q Lite as far as not just being a dedicated streaming device, but also something that could just be supplementary to like whatever game or application you're opening up. I think it's great when you're like streaming, like, I mean, if you're on YouTube or on Twitch, like just add more information stuff like comment sections, chat and whatnot. It could work. It could work. So TLDR, I don't think it's a great idea, but if you add a lot of cool stuff to it, it becomes a good idea. or something like that. But yeah, what do you guys think about the Project Q Lite? Right now, I'm just like spitballing ideas here, but all in all, at the end of the day, we don't know a lot about this thing, and you know, we won't really know until, you know, later down the line, and we'll see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. So guys, appreciate everyone for stopping by, and if you could, please subscribe to the Tanuki channel. We are now past 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We will definitely have more videos coming to you guys in the near future. Right now, everyone's kind of working on their own individual projects. I am currently anticipating the Xbox showcase, and you know, if there's something that can kind of like work with me as far as like my genre that I like put into this channel, then I will most definitely do something about that. But yeah, otherwise, that's gonna be it for me. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.